No. Oh no.
Okay, well, I'm recording this. I'm recording this.
Yep. So secret invasion.
Recording this. Well, he's showing
Recording
on
this.
YouTube. He's showing
I
on
really
YouTube.
enjoyed this.
Hey, Bill, did you
Yeah,
did you like it?
There's no theory.
Oh yeah.
Building up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems to be
An action.
one of the key ones that will lead the MCU to the next phase.
Well, it's already phase 5, right?
Yeah.
Phase 5.
Yeah. Start with
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So essentially, this will be leading up to the Marvels show later in the year.
Oh yeah. The
Yes.
Captain
Yeah,
Marvel Part 2.
Captain Marvel 2. Yeah. It's called the Marvels. Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Really? Come out in November.
What did he face?
It was to
Yeah.
build a weapon, something that the president had asked him to do.
To fight the
So,
Skrulls.
It's a way,
Saber.
not
Skrulls.
just scrolls, but it's really any intergalactic.
Come back again.
Yeah,
The-
Fury was tasked to build Saber, the space station.
Yeah, so Talos asked him to come. That's why
Yeah, it's a request, special request,
it was a special,
urgent request.
an urgent message.
They needed his help.
It
Did it hit his house?
Yeah, because he could see, because he got kicked out of the council.
Uh-huh.
Because Talos got kicked out of the council and Gravik took over and started taking the Skrulls in this direction. So he felt like he couldn't stop it and he needed Nick Fury's help to stop him before things got worse.
But
Yep.
Gravik's plans isn't quite I don't know. It's big impacts for the existence of Earth, Gravik's plans. Because
Yeah.
remember how they said he's gaining the trust of all the young people, but they're what did he say? He said they're angry that they don't have a home, so their solution is if we can get the humans to destroy each other, then Earth will be our home.
Yeah.
That's why there's that anti-American thing, and which is why that Prescott at the beginning goes, I've uncovered something, it's bigger than
And her.
bigger than
The question
Yeah.
is she really dead?
Maybe
Maria Hill. Or
Maria Hill.
she got
She
shot.
she's a Hillman, so she's probably good.
And we know that the Agent Ross at the beginning is not the same Agent Ross.
An imposter, a scroll imposter.
Imposter, yeah.
Yeah.
Because as far as we know with Agent Ross, maybe a spoiler is that he is with the Wakandans.
Or this theory is could Maria Hill be a Skrull? And could the real Maria Hill return?
Maria.
Well, when they showed her like
She would have.
dying, she would have turned.
It was probably one
Yeah.
She got hit.
because they always turn back to Skrull when they
The
die.
original form, yeah.
Their
I was also
original form.
thinking, when the newly welcomed young Skrull was welcomed by Amelia Fox's character Gaia, and he goes, "What's behind that door?" And she says, "Victory." And you'd see all these humans that they're taking all their
Yeah.
minds, memories, and their shapes.
Yeah.
I wonder if Agent Ross is there. Is that how that Skrull managed to get all his knowledge and his shapes? So maybe the real Agent Ross is in there. That's just a theory and
Like he's
speculation.
being captured.
Yeah.
Well, as far as we know, he's with the Wakandans.
Oh.
But at this point, yeah, I guess somewhere else we sort of know that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Black
How do we know he's with the Wakandans? Like what?
in Black Panther too,
Wakanda Forever.
Because he
in
was-
Wakanda Forever, he was rescued by the Wakandans.
because he was with Princess Shuri.
Oh, hey. I remember seeing the film, but I don't remember that. Sorry.
So in terms of, yeah, like what you're saying, John, on the timeline, it doesn't quite work because Agent Ross is supposed to be with Shuri. At the time that all of this is happening.
I guess the question is how long has he actually been a Skrull? Like Ross. We
The fake Ross, you mean?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
this imposter Ross, because it's not the same one that's with the Wakandans now.
Yeah, so
So-
probably not
That's
for too long, I
Fake Ross,
guess. Maybe not for too long.
That's fake Ross.
Because they need the person to take the memories, but they could always take the shape.
Yeah, probably hasn't been a Skrull for too long in the MCU.
Yeah, because that the enemy did change into Fury. So there were two Furies at one point, so they don't need to have the person to copy their
But
face.
they need the person for the mind, so. I'm
For the
not-
memory, yeah.
The memories, yeah.
In order to be believable, where they have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pretend to be
Yeah,
That
for
first,
longer, they need the memory. Otherwise,
But
they
then
would-
again, most of the Skrulls or anyone at the government positions would know where Fury is. So yeah, it's not like only one person knew. It's like a lot of people knew where Fury was.
Yeah.
So that was probably like more common knowledge instead of actually having his memories. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
Yep. But we'll figure it out later. But it is interesting how it starts off with apparently Maria Hill's death.
Yeah, that's a big shock, because she's been around with the MCU for a long time. Agent Hill and everything.
I mean, yeah, quite a side character all the time, but then they didn't really do too much.
What was it?
Saber links Secret Invasion to the trailer. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Saber Space.
Yeah, we already knew that from the trailer, so at some point something must have worked out.
Yes.
It's coming in November, I guess.
Secret Invasion Episode 1. He's a Skrull. This is his first time to return since the game.
That's right, yeah.
Yep, which also means that it wasn't Nick Fury in Spider-Man. No Way Home. I mean, oh wait, not No Way Home, Far From Home.
Oh,
Far from home.
That was not Nick Fury and Maria Hill. So if you want to follow that Skrull theory, there were Skrulls in that movie.
So Soren, they hinted that, well, Taliesin hinted that she was killed by Gravik.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then Gravik must have killed Maria Hill twice. Because Soren was the one who took Maria Hill's face
yeah.
in Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Interesting.
yeah, coming together.
Oh, so it's a different actor.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, wait. It's
No, we're talking about the character.
the character.
Oh,
Thaddeus
that's
Ross. It's not
Thaddeus
President.
Ross.
Different precedent.
And of course, we see Rhodey back.
Yeah, James Rhodes.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, good to see him back.
Yeah, James Rhodey is back.
War Machine.
He's one of the main named cast though.
Iron Man, second hand. Yeah, he was
Oh,
working on
my
this thing,
God.
yeah.
And now he's an advisor for the president.
Okay. He's kind of moved up.
Talked about Avengers for 1 second.
Yeah, reference.
Yeah, they did. Like, what did you get?
What
The
did you get for
Avengers.
Isn't it that prices with the interest?
Yeah, Avengers, that was a great line.
Snap.
Oh, that was that.
Oh, that's from the post-credit scene.
Yeah, yeah, they took that post-credit scene.
Oh, Infinity Wars.
Yeah, this is the big one, yeah.
Oh,
Because she's been because
Easter egg.
yeah, it's an Easter egg, yeah.
it's the egg.
It comes from the fact that Gravik was impersonating Nick Fury when he shot Maria.
Yeah.
Linking MCU relationship.
Yeah.
Because they were close, right? They were so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite tragic to have him being impersonated. Fury's face, the last thing that Maria Hill saw, right? That's kind of tragic.
Also,
Yeah.
it's the one who asked, you know, Fury came back to Earth because
Yeah, well,
Maria
for
asked
flowers.
him to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that was the last face that she saw that shot him, but it definitely was not Fury.
Yeah, so she thought that
Kill her.
Nick Fury killed him,
you know, yeah,
but it wasn't.
he was the Skrull.
Wasn't
Him.
stuff.
Yeah,
the
it was
Skrull.
the Skrull imposter.
Yeah.
And didn't have time to explain to her.
Before she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she thought he killed her.
Yeah, it's hard to tell between the actual person and the scroll. Technically.
But I thought he fired a shot. Real Nick Fury fired a gunshot before.
Was he firing at Gravik? Or
Yeah, he was firing at Graphic, but he didn't. I think he dodged a bullet. Or something.
Yeah.
But I'm still confused where the two bombs went.
Oh,
So how did it explode?
they were already planted, right?
The decoy, it's
You're already planted.
Yeah, it was planted already, decoyed.
Oh,
So we're not actually too sure if Gaia is actually good or not.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll turn, but at the moment she's still with Gravik.
yeah,
well, maybe Gaia didn't know the full plans herself.
Yeah, maybe,
yeah,
maybe they-
maybe.
I think they were probably not telling her everything
Yeah, that's right.
because
Yeah, probably not because she did something which didn't even matter. Because the stuff that he told the father was a decoy.
Mm.
So maybe she is kept out of the loop.
Yeah, she probably thought it was the real plan, but it wasn't.
But I think later on when she found out, like, she's in the wrong side, she'll change probably and turn to the father's side. Cause
Yeah,
maybe she'll find out that, her side is actually the side that killed her mother, right? So
yeah,
Mm.
he actually
she'll revenge maybe
Change her heart later. Yes.
in the next episode, maybe. I'm not too sure.
yeah, when is it set in the phase 5 timeline? That's interesting.
Phase 5. What's it?
Well, we are currently in phase 5.
Thanks for the
Right.
Marvel,
The
Yeah.
mold.
MCU.
Oh,
but yeah, from what they also said about the whole event thing, a lot of it went downhill because of the blip as well. Like Nick Fury was gone, a lot of the leadership was gone. And I think that's how the Skrulls ended up planning their invasion or secret invasion.
So because of the blip, that means
Because of the blip.
yeah, it means this show is set in about 2025. So we're 2 years behind.
Yep. So because of the blip, it was easier probably for the Skrulls to infiltrate.
Yeah.
Or make the plan because a lot of the key people disappeared. And then they could have taken up their place.
but the thing they've only trained 500 something Skrull, right? So,
Well, 500 in the compound, right?
yeah, 500 in the compound.
Warriors.
But are they all warriors?
No,
Not all. are-
They're not all warriors.
Yeah, maybe 10%, so only 50 warrior,
Yeah,
I'll say,
or 20%.
or 20.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess we'll find out what's gonna happen.
I mean, there's
Coming
bound to be
episode.
another confrontation between Nick Fury and Gravik.
But I
For
think
sure.
the whole objective of the movie is to take down, this thing,
Gravik.
Gravik, yeah. Yeah,
is the main villain.
Yeah, so this series would go kind of fast because it's only a 6 episode run.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes.
Mini
now.
series.
And this is what we're
And
talking
I
about.
love the fact that it has that spy element to it.
It's a Marvel
You know,
spy
MI6
show.
involved, that I love
Relating.
that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a spy show.
We got a spy and
There's
mystery
no
element.
Yeah.
It's Marvel's spy show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and we get Sam Jackson as Nick Fury.
Can't get better than that.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't think they're planning a season 2 of this. So after it finishes, it's practically just going to lead to the Marvels movie.
I think it's meant to that.
Yeah, I think it's intentional to lead up to the Marvels, yeah.
Because yeah, this is the first time in the MCU, apart from the trailer, which they mentioned Saber.
Charmion's hiding from the camera.
But besides maybe Nowhere Home, where they mentioned Nick Fury was off-world.
Yeah, that was.
But they didn't mention Saber in that one. They just said that he was off-world. So seems like a lot of people knew Nick Fury was off-world. So
Not a secret.
It's not secret.
it wasn't exactly a secret for the government, it seems.
I guess I'd like to know what he was up to, like, while he was off
Yeah,
world,
was-
you know, like,
yeah.
what exactly
What
he
did he
was
do?
working on, what he,
Don't really know what he did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did see the space station for a bit in Far From Home's ending. Like the post-credit scene of that one. So that was the actual Saber before they mentioned a name Saber at all. Because now they're like a lot of like different areas. Like there was Shield, and then we have Sword, and now we have this Saber.
Yeah,
So it's another vision.
yeah. So that was the organization that I think, was it Rumbo?
Monica Rambeau.
Involved in, yeah. Darcy was involved in some thought. No.
Yeah, so that has the connection for the Marvels as well, since she will be in the Marvels.
Yeah,
Yeah, so my,
Yeah, it's like bringing all of the series into the movie. So it's practically like an Avengers style movie, it seems, for the Marvels. For the TV shows, anyway.
I wonder if Monica Rambeau will make an appearance in this one. That would be interesting.
Maybe in like an ending, possibly.
a good chance.
Because they are leading up to it. And they are all confirmed for the Marvels movie, so who knows? Yeah. So yeah.
Do our ratings, do our scores?
what's
Scores? Yeah. Why not?
your must be harsh.
Very
Very harsh.
Yeah. He wants to go first for the score.
You can go first.
Yeah,
My score?
you
Yeah.
can go first, yeah.
Yeah, why not for first? The series seems to be quite interesting. It's like a new spy type one. Overall, the look and feel of it does seem quite interesting. They're trying to build up the characters. But yet there's a lot of unknowns so far and no proper like timeline, I guess. Or a lot of stuff which are left unanswered. Like we come into the show finding out that Soren is dead. And then we get this fake Ross which as well is also unclear. Like we kind of can figure out that that's not the same as the one in Black Panther. But yeah, unless they start answering a lot of questions, it's a fairly confusing start so far. Overall, I'd maybe give it a 5 out of 10.
I know it. I know you're agreeing with 5.
I expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect that as well.
I think the pace is okay for a show like this.
Well,
It's supposed to be a slow
Yeah,
mystery,
slow,
spy
It
build up.
tends to be a build
Slow
up.
building series.
Yeah.
It's a slow building series, yes, but it's not exactly slow either. If you think slow, then
Endor.
Andor.
Andor is far slower.
Yeah.
The pace is good because there was always
The-
movement.
Something
There was
happening.
There was
something
always momentum
Yeah,
that unfolded
It's
the
not boring.
storyline.
Yeah.
Like you find out something, and even the action sequences, which aren't James Bond blow them up, but there's enough tension to sort of go, this is crucial because something's going to happen that moves something along
It
or
moves the
something.
plot along. So
Yeah,
it's not slow for no
not
reason.
at all. I don't. Yeah, it's I didn't
keeps
find
going
it slow
forward.
at all.
But one of the other reasons why I'd give it a 5 is this is a show that you definitely need to know the other different properties before even watching.
That's so true.
Nothing will make sense if you were just thrown into this. And
Exactly.
Because you guys are going, oh yeah, this person's from this. I go, I don't know any of that knowledge, but it doesn't diminish the enjoyment because it feels
good.
like a Cold War 2.0.
No, it feels
film.
like that. Tinker Tailor Soldier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jonathan Conway.
Yeah, but
Watching it,
otherwise from like other
very
like
inspiring.
reviews that have come out already.
not know all the ins and outs of who most of these people are, but at least I go, right, these people are together. This person belongs to that group. Don't know too much about that group, but we know that these two groups are against each other. But and you're still on a discovery of who are that people really? Who is she really working for? Where does this person's true allegiance
Like who's
lie?
working with who?
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? You're
Exactly.
not asking
It's the
who's
good
the good guy, who's the
spy
bad guy.
Cold War
Who's on which
2.0.
side?
So which side?
Yeah, so I don't need to know, oh yeah, that was Nick Fury's right hand man. I go, I don't know, but I know that they're together,
Yeah,
and that
long time.
so
Yeah.
that's helping the tension of the
Actually, I guess my
story.
question is, would this make sense to someone who's not a Marvel fan? Like Jennifer,
Oh,
did you
I
did
think
you
I'm a
enjoy this?
fan.
I think you
Fine.
can watch it if you don't watch the other ones, but you'll understand a lot more if you did. Otherwise, they're mentioning a lot of events, which a lot of people would probably not understand.
Oh yeah, the blip. But even though I don't know exactly the ramifications of it, I know what the event was, and I do know. Oh, it also helped watching Guardians of the Galaxy because not Nebula, what's her name?
Gamora?
Gamora, how she was different.
Yeah.
And so you go, oh, it does affect people.
Yes.
So you sort of go, yes, has it really affected Nick Fury? Is he in denial? How much has he changed?
Yeah, because they were gone for like 5 years, like literally dust.
Yeah, 5 years before.
There's a vacuum
Disappeared.
there.
Yeah.
And
And there was a reference to it when you saw him turn
Disappeared.
to
Yeah,
dust.
the dust.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does leave a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
So it can get confusing in that sense for some people.
Yeah.
But
But overall, yeah, it's decent. It's not bad in any way. It's decent and an interesting watch.
Okay.
it's still an interesting watch.
The Rotten Tomatoes score is quite low though. For a Marvel series, it's pretty low, 63.
60%.
So that's for the critics. So.
Well,
Yeah, the critics get to watch it first anyway. They got to watch the first 2 episodes, but we're coming into it as like just a standard watcher.
Yeah. Well, critics only think movies. So.
I
Yeah.
find that I agree most of the time with the critics. And I was saying before how everyone's raving on about Spider-Man
Yeah. I
through
thought
the
it was like-
Spider-Verse. I sort of go, not very original here. Serious, and why the hell is it so long?
Gilbert loves it too.
I know. And normally he's a lot more critical, but he loves it. So
I like the first one. I haven't seen the second.
That was good. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
as
first,
The first one was awesome. The second one was
perfect movie.
Yeah.
First-
fairly okay.
yeah, I think I have to agree with Jono. I like the
First
first
one was better.
one with Miles Morales. That was very novel, but the second one, so many aspects were already
Is it-
done,
to me.
already
It's a
done in the Marvel space, like the
I see.
multiverses,
multiverse.
bringing all the Spider-Mans together. I was going, yeah, I've seen this before.
well, this is bringing.
Yeah, they have done that before, and I also mentioned the what if episode of a similar nature.
Oh, so there's a what if one. Yes, I was going, it was entertaining enough,
Doctor Strange.
but it wasn't.
They mentioned
Yeah.
Doctor Strange in it, and
Yeah.
Doctor Strange also broke the multiverse.
Yes, yes.
Technically, if has everyone watched the movie yet or not yet?
Other strange.
Yes,
Oh,
Doctor
Doctor
Strange,
Strange,
yeah.
Okay, yes.
Exactly.
How about the Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse?
That's right, because it was, the
Yeah.
movie was actually called Doctor Strange and the
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of
Madness.
That was
Madness.
a good. That was
So I
a
was
good
going,
that
yeah, we've
multiverse.
done
That was
that
good.
one.
Yeah, but not only the multiverse of madness, the Doctor Strange, which took up all of the other Doctor Strange powers.
Oh, that one. That
The what if
That's what,
episode.
that's what if
the what if
episode.
one.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so he was.
That's different. Okay, I don't think everyone's seen that.
The Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah, so practically, if you watch that episode of the What If show, it would be a big spoiler for Across the Spider-Verse because the plot of that is practically the same.
Yeah.
Practically the same. We're trying to prevent something which is meant to happen, the Nexus event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a
They call it the canon event.
The new Doctor Strange.
Canon.
Nexus events, canon events, practically the same thing. But it's interesting how they mention canon because we always mention canon in a way that's
Yeah.
is it part of the Marvel canon or is it not? So we're
Not.
trying to fit it into like the
Yeah.
actual
Was this
proper
that-
timeline. Is this show in the MCU canon? Is it not?
To the main timeline or not?
Or main timeline? The DC one was a complete mess. We can't really make sense of any of the canon there.
Well, it's spaghetti, right?
Yeah, the spaghetti theory.
They even admit that it's spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
They
Timeline.
keep reinventing, rebooting. It becomes,
Time travel.
yeah.
Yeah. Flashpoint, I give low score there.
Yeah, to talk about multiverse, I think we're branching to another timeline here.
Well,
Yeah, because that timeline theory makes a bit more sense, but that wouldn't change the act. It wouldn't change the person of Batman.
Yeah, then we get to DC then, so
Yeah.
we're branching out to.
So even they screwed up their own theory because technically maybe that could happen, but that would be a completely far-edged, different multiverse.
Yeah, we can.
But
review-
if the multiverse is quite similar and things are always that similar, then it would
Yeah.
be another complete different person.
I think you can give
Yep.
your score for this.
Totally agree.
And I think some people want to go home.
Review the Flash of the day.
Like, I think.
Yeah,
I want to call it a
Like
night
bedtime
yeah.
story.
It's gonna be the score.
bedtime story.
Yeah, okay, everyone
Oh,
give
yeah.
us,
So everyone give a score. Let's go.
let's go, yeah, final scores.
One sentence score.
Yeah, one tenth,
I
one
think,
sentence.
I think it's.
1
I
minute.
liked it. I liked it. 7 for me, just because I kind of like that intrigue, the setup of it. Like it's set up to make you want to watch the next one. You know, it's intriguing enough that it makes you want to watch the next episode, see what happens next.
Yeah.
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 So I think it has that level of the suspense thriller, you know, spy thriller that yeah, that I like. Yeah, very Le Carre. So they're going for different tones each other.
Seven.
Right, 7, that's, yeah, that's good. Okay, who's next?
Yeah.
Jeff, okay, Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff.
I'll give it.
7.5.
Ah,
I just liked all the different characters.
Mm.
Samuel and Smolders.
yes.
And
Bobby Smolders,
Aussie guy, yeah.
My name's Aidan Gilbert.
Just seeing them again in this context. And of course, Fury is back from Endgame. So, yeah, 7.5.
7.5. Okay, good. Okay, so I'll go next. So I really enjoyed. It's a great start to Secret Invasion. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was, even though, yeah, there's a few gaps, yeah, but I think they're slowly building up to something bigger in the series. So yeah, I think it's a good, yeah, it's a new twist, new style to this Marvel series. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. So let's see what happens in the next coming episodes. Yeah, how it pans out. Okay. All right. John, do you want to give?
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10 because yeah, at the beginning I find it very intense, but it suddenly there are a lot of drama, like it is very when it's built up initially, it's like very high pitch, but then it's sort of go downhill a
Yeah,
bit, and then it goes up again, and
Yeah.
it's dynamic at the end
For
because
sure.
of the bomb and all that.
For sure.
So it's like up, like very
Oh,
high up, go down and up again.
That's good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, but yeah, I feel like yeah, there can be a bit more in the middle.
Oh, okay. It's good. It's just, yeah.
I think James is sleeping.
James, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, no, nothing from James.
He's down. For
I
James
think
all the way.
for
It's down.
me, yeah, I like the spy elements of the show. Feels like Marvel is doing a spy show.
Spy element, yeah.
Really great. But I guess, yeah, obviously the big development in this episode is the death of a beloved character. So that's a bit sad to see her go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Great.
but yeah, it does make me want to keep watching the rest of the series, which is what any good first episode should do. So I'll give this a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, good. Yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'd like to hear from the non-Marvel fans as well, like what they thought of it as a non-Marvel fan, like as a start of a new series, like Shaman, like
Oh, I think I said enough already.
like a score.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to know too much because it's
Yeah.
such a good classic spy, and it really has echoes of Cold War, which to me feels like Cold War 2.0 because of all the technology. Great cinematography and color palette, performances. Yeah, I thought it was a great introduction. Even just the premise, that first scene, the intrigue really it drew you in and engaged. Yeah, in terms of let's introduce a bunch of people called Skrulls, and they can take the shape of anything, and it feels like there's political needs that mean that humans are in danger, but not all of them are like that. So just having that set up really propelled the episode.
Great.
So what is it? 8 out of 10 from you?
Wow.
I don't generally watch TV shows of this nature, so this is interesting, but I thought it was really engaging. Loved seeing people like Olivia Colman, Martin Freeman, Ben Mendelsohn. Yeah, great cast. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. I don't generally watch this sort of stuff, but
Sure.
yeah, I think I'm going to be quite generous, which is very strange. I might give it an 8.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Normally, I'm very
Nice.
critical.
Only you're critical. Yeah.
I am normally very tough.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to hear that from non-Marvel fans. Yeah.
Well, as
Yep.
long as it's not another lasted multiverse thing.
Go up, Renee. Go up, Renee.
Yeah, the multiplace has been kind of overdone.
It's gonna be unpopular opinion. I haven't seen any of the other Marvel series, right? So I'm only used to the movies, and to me this is I give it a 4
Oh,
because to me like there's not many of the big like characters. Like
Yeah,
there's no Falcon,
It's a
there's no
minor one, right?
yeah,
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 yeah.
it was War Machine.
yeah, I know,
Machine
but they,
cameo.
yeah.
To me, that helped. I don't care that they aren't.
Yeah, new
It
character.
doesn't need to be based on one main
characters,
Marvel
yeah.
hero,
I agree.
which is
Yeah,
like, it's just a
the-
great spy intrigue series film.
Yeah, and I think these series aren't actually meant to be focused on those heroes. It's meant to be the stuff happening in the background. So, like, what's happening in the government at the moment, the heroes don't really have to be bothered with it. It'd have to be these side characters that do.
And in the series, like all the Marvel movies, Captain Marvel was like, I don't know, is it Captain Marvel?
Miss
Yeah,
Marvel.
yeah.
Miss- yeah.
Yeah, like Brie Larson.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like my least favorite of the movies.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, it's Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, yeah.
Devils.
And so that
Yeah.
Skrulls and all that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like so.
It lost you there.
Love it.
All right, I think we're done, huh?
We got one
Yeah.
more. We got one more. If you,
Oh, Jennifer.
Well,
Jennifer.
you want?
I don't
I
know.
think that's a Marvel fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch any of them, even the movies, so I'm not really familiar with the whole thing, but I did find it a bit, quite riveting, the way that it was building the story up.
Mhm.
But I didn't like the set design. I found it a bit too dark and, it looks a little bit like, the Cold War and also Matrix style, very dark and a bit dirty.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't think it was, filmed on location in Russia as well. 'cause
Probably
you don't
not.
really
Oh,
see
no.
It's
No,
like-
they built the locations apparently.
Unlikely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
They built the locations.
yeah, because I like watching movies or shows where
On
it's actually on
Oh,
location.
set,
Mm.
location.
I mean, this is a
Yeah,
TV
so-
series with a TV budget.
But technically, they also couldn't do it in Russia either.
Mm,
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
okay,
it's
yeah.
difficult.
given the
Especially in
With
Russia.
Russia
At
against
the moment.
Ukraine.
CGI.
With the whole
Dubai.
Ukrainian war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't happen.
Quite dangerous.
So I'll probably give it probably a 4
Oh.
or 5 at the most. Yeah, not.
Actually, we do have someone, one more,
Yeah.
Bill.
Bill,
Wait,
Bill,
Oh, yeah, Bill.
Bill, are you
Bill.
still there?
Oh, hello.
No, he might not be.
Sleep already.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go home.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, wait, wait, wait,
Oh,
wait.
there we go.
Oh,
Sure,
You're
Bill's
live.
there. Bill's there.
Yeah.
What was your score, Bill?
you just gotta move your car.
Probably scored 7.
Oh, second me, Marcus, and
Yeah.
I think it's 7's a perfect score. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, quite a big range of scores this time around.
Yeah, from
Mm.
4 to 8.
4 to 8.
That's quite a
4 to 8,
range.
Mm.
Yeah, although mixed results here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll give it a 4 actually.
I know you slept.
Well,
I know you slept.
it was
That's why.
the beginning was good, and then it just dipped.
Oh, that's what Jonas
was
said.
slow, and then it was
It
not
lost
enough-
energy.
It was.
But
Yeah,
you can't have it like that all the time,
and it
right?
didn't have
You
enough
almost had it-
natural
pick up your
effects and
Yeah, true.
fighting
Yeah,
scenes. There's no any innovative sci-fi thing
Mm.
going on. It's just explosion and spaceships and yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you got the
Check this thing out.
very cool.
So that's from the video
Cool.
game, right?
What's
Destiny.
This one is Doom.
Oh, Doom.
Oh, Doom.
You get.
That's very cool.
That's very cool, yeah.
It's actually got lights.
It looks like the.
Comic-Con, bring it out, Comic-Con.
Yeah, I was saying to Jono, he should have.
Yeah, you should bring it to Comic-Con, man.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff I could have been showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have came to Supernova.
Yeah.
They say got lights on it.
You go to the supernova?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that I
went-
posted that picture where
Yeah.
you couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
oh,
it,
but
that's
you-
it.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Scroll, I was the scroll.
yeah.
I went as well for the first time ever.
Oh, yeah, I went last year with it, yeah.
Because I went to the this convention.
Where'd you get that from, Jono?
It
We went
was-
last year, okay.
I went last year with it. That was boring. I was Supernova, yeah.
Yeah.
I got several. Like, this
Oh,
one
really?
is a good one. I got one of Star Lord as well as one from Fallout.
Wow.
Funny.
So is this from online or is it
Funny.
from?
Funny gift her.
Yeah.
This time after
Yeah.
COVID and then last year was really.
Oh,
good.
that's
why-
And then
Yeah.
last year they got,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get them online.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to have like different swords.
had-
Oh, wow.
Should
I
we,
have the
Yes.
I was really amazing.
can we?
I
Okay,
have
guys.
the Genji sword. I have several lightsabers. I have the Stormbreaker.
I haven't been.
What's John showing his stuff?
Cheers.
Show and tell, yeah.
Oh, what am I showing them? This?
The helmet.
Oh,
Okay.
helmet.
This is my sword.
Hey.
I'm not showing something. else.
Looks fun.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
We're
What is
just going to take picture now.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a long sword.
Quite late.
Let's go to Jonas' place. Show and tell.
People have
Oh,
to
it's so
drop
cool.
off people.
That's a long blade. Genji blade.
Bedtime, everyone.
We're heading, so we shall say goodbye to you both.
Oh.
Bill and Jonas.
Bye.
Oh,
Okay.
hey guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.